Welcome back to Bay Area Focus. From surfing to hiking and even DJing, a California startup is using a unique approach to keep young adults on the right path. Co-founders Ryan Blivas and Evan Powell are in our studio to explain how this inspiring idea came about. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks so much for having us.
Okay, so key transitions. How did it start?
So Ryan and I met serving on the board of a nonprofit that was actually working to change the stigma of addiction for teens about 4 years ago. We got to talking about kind of our own personal struggles as teenagers, and really that there was not something that could really help us kind of connect and identify from going from step A to step C. There was no B, right? We had our peers, we had our parents, but there wasn't really someone that we could kind of see that could affect change in our lives. So Ryan and I started a mentoring program, and in my living room, and quickly grew from one client to working with over 100 in the past 3 years.
That's amazing. So for 3 years it's been going on. How does the mentoring work?
So we have the ability to individually pair a mentor with a client that they can identify and relate to. We found that with teens and young adults, if they see there's some sense of commonality, that you can really build trust and affect change. So we start with developing short-term goals and relaying that into longer-term goals. So they start to build self-esteem and really focus on this idea of community, purpose, independence, and a healthy reward system.
And what is it about talking to a mentor, working with a mentor, other than your parents or family members? There's a difference.
Yeah, there is a difference, and I think it really comes down to the fact that Ryan and I really invest a lot of time and energy into ensuring that we individualize each match. So each mentor that we have working with a client is as unique as they are. And so, it comes with many successes that we see because we find someone who loves drumming and we pair them with a drummer. And so you can quickly, again, build trust and affect change.
And it's fun, DJing, on the drums. You also have other activities, too, that you do.
Yeah, so we actually, a couple times a year, will come up to Marin and Bay Area and go on hiking and go camping. And we want them to kind of have this, healthy reward system where, kids who have trouble with doing homework, listening to their parents, maybe are struggling with drugs and alcohol, that we incentivize them through saying, listen, if you can accomplish these set of goals, we will take you out surfing, we'll take you to a concert, we'll take you to, Six Flags. And they, responded very positively to that.
And it's not just mentoring, you also have a housing program as well?
Yeah, so in kind of our, experience with the mentoring, we want to have a fully comprehensive, model. So we've been able to have a 6-bed facility down in Los Angeles where they stay with us, and we incorporate school, mentoring, and some therapeutic interventions as well.
And I'm sure you meet a lot of great kids.
We do, yeah. And we've been very fortunate to be able to see a lot of success come from many of them.
Any success story that really stands out?
Yeah, we had one kid who wouldn't really talk to anyone about what was going on. He stopped doing his homework, he stopped hanging out with his friends, and they were his parents were at a loss, and he loved skateboarding. And we paired him with one of our mentors who used to be a professional skateboarder and went back to school for social work, and they just started skateboarding. And through that experience, he started opening up about some of the things that were going on, and then they would go do their homework, and then they'd go skateboarding. And he would use that to start doing, let's focus on goals, let's look at these chores at home, let's start planning for the future. And actually, after a year of working with him, he actually just got accepted to a couple 4-year colleges. So this was a kid who was lost and living in despair, and through kind of working with us in this sense of connection and a healthy reward system, he now has this hope, and now he mentors some of our younger clients as well. So he found this passion to give back too. Yeah,
that is great. How do you find the mentors?
So the process really started out as us looking for master's level students, and then working with them and coming up with our own actual training program in order to be able to make sure that they were kind of meeting what we kind of felt was important. Ultimately, it comes down to the ability to build connection and really build trust with a client. And we've been fortunate that now we have mentors coming to us and asking us to work with us, so it's great.
Yeah, that is good. So you really do have a Bay Area presence here, right?
Yeah, so, not only do we do about, 3 or 4, trips up to the Bay Area, but we're actually launching our mentoring program in the Bay Area in May.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
very exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, in 3 years' time, you go from 1 to 100 clients?
Yeah. No, it's really been, you know, a huge success and something that's a passion project of ours, where we were teens who, you know, struggled and felt like no one really understood us, and now we can provide this service to other people, you know, and it's incredible to see it grow.
Well, you're doing some great work. Thank you so much for coming on the show and telling us all about it.
Yeah.
And you can find out more information at keytransitions.com. Again, that's keytransitions.com. Next up, a beautiful event in the Bay Area. We'll be right back.